Dysphoria is weird, and I kind of feel it's not necessarily the same thing for everyone. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm partly practicing projection, which is why I'm standing further away from the microphone. But a lot of why I'm focused on voice is I primarily experience dysphoria through how I perceive that other people perceive me due to my voice. Now, part of this is like in the last year and a half since I transitioned, I actually haven't ended up with too many awkward situations which were obvious to me. Now, part of that is early on, I sort of made a point of just ignoring everybody around me because I knew it was going to be tough. But like I haven't actually directly experienced much transphobia in the place I live, which is in Northern California. Now, I could have been purposely ignoring that. I don't know. But my main way that I experience dysphoria is in secondhand perception to other people. So I might look at myself and experience it firsthand, but often I will experience it in terms of like I interact with someone and I'm like, I bet they saw me this way, and then I feel super weird about myself. Now, I'm not sure if that's how most other trans women experience dysphoria, but it's a large way I do. And it's often through voice where I don't perceive that they necessarily view me wrong, but I perceive that if my voice doesn't sound good, they're going to perceive me in a way I don't like, which strangely usually doesn't result in even an awkward interaction. Like yesterday, I was out with my boyfriend in Western Marin, and we were going cheese tasting. And after I came out of there, I was like, oh, I think my voice sounded awful. But like the woman had been perfectly nice to us. So like he was like, why does that bother you? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like I feel that I was perceived wrong for all that the person was perfectly nice, never said anything awkward. Right? So it's my self-perception through a third party which I experience as the dysphoria, and I interpret it in terms of voice because I don't necessarily perceive how other people visually perceive me, whereas often through voice, I sort of get the feeling that other people perceive the inner me through the sound of my voice. Now, this is not necessarily how I sounded in those situations, so a lot of it is that this is me trying, right? Like, I'm actually standing far from the microphone to practice projection because that's the normal distance I'm going to be standing from another human. But, like, let's say yesterday when I wasn't thinking about it and I went into the store, I would have sort of have been talking like this, right? Or maybe even like this, like, oh, yeah, thanks for that, right? Which I perceive as being a pretty bad voice when I sound like this. It might have even sounded more like this. I don't know. But that might not be perceived as other people badly. But when I sort of think about how I sound, I suddenly perceive them perceiving me differently, which is how I experience dysphoria.